Room ENT.
Yeah, we want all the smoke, we want all the action. If you're grinding for the paper, don't forget your passion. If you're driving, pull it over, that can lead to crashing. DJ Demise is on the mix, and that can lead to dancing. Go ahead, shake it, girl, everybody clapping. Damn, do it for the gram, I ain't even capping. If you grind till you shine, you can make it happen. Uncle Marv, Marty Marv, keep it old fashioned.
The Keepin' It Old Fashioned Show.
All right, it's Uncle Marv.
And your boy Marty Marv.
And welcome to the Keepin' It Old Fashioned Show.
Welcome back.
That's right. We'd like to welcome our listeners on She Real Radio, home of the kings and queens of R&B and hip hop. We welcome you. If you're getting us through one of your streaming platforms, wherever you get your podcast from, we welcome you. And if you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, everybody. We got a great show for you today. What are we talking about today, Marty Mar?
A little bit of everything. You know, we're going to have the artifacts and, of course, what makes me mad. But our main topic today is about food. You know, traditional food versus modern food. So I'm curious because this is one of your expertise. So I'm curious to hear what you have to say about this.
Well, when we say modern versus traditional, let's be a little more specific. We're talking about all you folks that go out there and you claim you're cooking, you're buying food, and they aren't really food food per se.
TV dinners.
They're food-like substances, But we're going to get into all that. So keep it locked in, folks. It's Uncle Marv.
Your boy Marty Marv.
We'll be back.
Don't go nowhere.
The Keepin' It Old Fashioned Show presents Martifacts.
All right, Marty Marv.
What's up?
What artifacts do you have for the people this week, my brother?
All right, some interesting ones today. Number one, did you know roller coasters were invented to distract Americans from sin? In the 1880s, hosiery businessman LaMarcus Thompson hated that Americans were tempted by hedonistic places like saloons and brothels. So he set out to straighten up one of the most immoral places he could think of, Coney Island in New York. There he built America's first roller coaster to give New Yorkers some good, clean fun away from seedier pastimes. Marvin, do you like roller coasters? I mean, I personally love them, but when I went on Islands of Adventures Velocicoaster, I came off my seat like 3 times. My brother, I thought I was going to die.
Well, I will say this, Marty Mar.
Tell me.
My significant other loves roller coasters. I usually stand underneath while she's up top screaming, watching those little nuts work their way off. I'm like I was at Busch Gardens, bro. True story. I see the little nuts moving around. Boats is falling off this wooden roller coaster, bro. Oh. And she just keeps riding it. And I'm like, I'm not getting on that.
Oh, man.
And a couple of months later, you hear about an accident happening at the same roller coaster. I'm like, bro, me personally, I find it hilarious that church people are responsible for roller coasters.
Really?
Bro, my whole life, they knock on my door. They try to scare me, tell me about hell. You know what I'm saying? Now they building roller coasters. They try to distract me from sin, bro.
Well, apparently, that's what they were invented for.
Bro, I mean, there's lots of things you could do to distract from that. I mean, a giant thing to hurl somebody at high speeds up in the sky.
That's why carnivals scare me more, man. Those are like torture machines that just spin you in a different direction to get you dizzy. So
I can believe it. I mean, a roller coaster's all right, but I mean, at the Marines, climbing up in high things and falling off of stuff, I'm not interested. I'm too old for roller coaster stuff, bro.
All right. Well,
all right.
Moving on.
Funnel cake, baby. Funnel cake. Uncle Marv's into the funnel cake, all right?
Funnel cakes are delicious.
That's right. Pizza, funnel cake, burger, something, All right, let's go, bro. What else?
All right. Did you know supermarket apples can be a year old? This weird fact might have you changing the way you eat, but those fresh apples aren't all that fresh per se. They're usually picked between August and November, covered in wax, hot air dried, and sent into cold storage. After 6 to 12 months, they finally land on your grocery store shelves. Marvin, do you have any tips to ensure you get the freshest possible produce? I mean, as a chef. It's
Yes,
crazy.
folks, yes. Look for local farms. You know,
Yeah.
me, DJ Demaz, we from Maryland, bro. Nothing like a hayride. They got places where they take you to a pumpkin patch.
I've done that.
And
It's
they
fun.
got
It's kinda
apple
fun.
orchards
Yeah.
where they make apple butter, which I hate apple butter. But that
Apple juice.
apple cider is rocking, son.
Oh, yeah.
Rocking. Simply delicious. You haven't lived until you get a nice, something like like a nice bottle or some kind of alcoholic beverage to put in that cider to make it hard cider, son. We talking a party, bro.
Nice.
So, I mean, yeah, I tell people, go to farmers markets, try to get the local produce because it's normally not going to be waxed like that. You know where you at. I mean, we don't have apple orchards where we are, but we can get oranges, lemons, mangoes.
Tomatoes, too.
I got bananas growing in my yard right now, sir.
Yeah. Can't wait.
Avocados, not Haas avocados, got them Florida avocados, but delicious nonetheless.
Yeah,
Free
well, I
food,
mean,
bro.
Absolutely.
Always into free food. Free food, bro.
Can't go wrong with that.
All right, what else you got for
All
me?
right, moving on. Did you know before toilet paper was invented, Americans used to use corn cobs?
Okay.
Oh, wait.
I thought you were going to say our fingers. I was like, ew. Fingers.
Alternatively, they used periodicals like the Farmer's Almanac, which was designed with a hole so you could hang it in your outhouse. Necessity is the mother of invention, after all. Marvin, have you ever been in a bad spot where you didn't have any toilet paper?
Yes. Listen, I'm looking at the camera right now. Those of you listening on radio, hear the sincerity in my voice.
Uh-oh.
Right? Every person who's in the military knows what it's like. And our MREs, they give you toilet paper. You know how much it's about like 7 inches big, bro. It's like that.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, man.
That's it. You got to wipe your booty with that, bro. Most of the time, I mean,
I guess you end up walking out of the stall missing one sock.
alternative wiping means. And I'll leave it at that. All right?
I heard.
And that's the thing we care to talk about. It's pretty traumatic, but yeah.
Heard. And then, all right, the final one. Hey, Marvin, what's your favorite football team?
The Baltimore Ravens,
All
son.
right, well, a quick little tidbit about that.
Without a doubt.
Of course, Baltimore. Well, did you know a flock of ravens is called an unkindness?
Yes.
They're also known as a conspiracy, which equally is creepy to me.
But you know what? It's another term for them. It's called a murder.
Really, that too?
Let me go ahead and check this. That's what Google is good for, sir.
A murder also. But there's also a funny story, or not a funny story, but you guys got to pick the name of your football team after, the Colts left. What was the reason that they called them the Ravens? If I remember correctly, there's some sort of Edgar Allan Poe connection to it?
Well, yes. I mean, listen, man. Baltimore is hardcore, right? People talk about fentanyl. Baltimore been having heroin addicts since the beginning of time.
The Wire.
You know what I'm saying? Like one of our most famous, like people that had addiction, was Edgar Allan Poe, right?
Really?
You got to understand the 13 colonies. If you watch these shows about ghosts and everything, they're always in a town like Baltimore, New York, Philly, Chicago, Boston.
The old
places. Old places
Yeah.
with a lot of creepiness, and then just the whole Victorian era of how the buildings were built, how the city was designed. It leads to that little creepy factor, my man.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Poe Homes. Projects downtown Baltimore off of like Fayette Street, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you grew up saying that. I took Maria, my daughter, down there. She's a big Edgar Allan Poe fan. Down there to see his house. It's right there.
Really?
Man, look, his grave every Halloween. Like, is it Halloween or is his birthday, Coach? I think it's Halloween. Something like that. Somebody always leaves, and you never see the person that leaves it, flowers on his grave.
Wow.
Yeah, man, it's a big thing. But, I mean, yeah, it's Edgar Allan. We real big on Edgar Allan, man.
Very cool. Very
Great writer.
Yeah, of course. And he definitely is an American legend. But
well, everybody from Baltimore is dope, son. Whether it's Jada Pinkett, causing mayhem, Pac lived in Baltimore. Where you think he got his dopeness from?
Candy Alexander.
He was born in Baltimore. I mean, in New York, but he was raised in Baltimore.
I didn't know that. See, I didn't know that.
You know what I'm saying? Who else? Parker Posey, Baltimore. You know what I'm saying?
And then Candy Alexander. right? Wasn't she from Baltimore or no?
Oh, no, she just did the corn. I don't think she's from Baltimore, bro. I wish she was from Baltimore. Maybe she is. I don't know. Not sure about
Amazing actress.
that. You know, Uncle Marvin, best DJ you ever heard of, DJ Demaz. You know.
She's from Baltimore.
Oh, that's right.
He lives down in sunny South Florida now. So
Right. Certain kind of people. You know what I mean? All right. What else you got?
No, that's
for me, Mark?
basically it for this week, my friend.
All right. You heard them artifacts. Thank you for keeping it locked in to the Keeping It Old Fashioned show, Uncle Marv.
Your boy Marty Marr.
You're listening to us on Sheville Radio, home of the kings and queens of R&B and hip hop. We greet you. You know what I'm saying? Keep it locked in. We got so much more for you.
Don't go nowhere.
This is Uncle Marv.
Your boy Marty Marr.
We're from Uncle Marv's Old Fashioned Beef Bacon Company. And we're the host of the Keeping It Old Fashioned show. All right. And right now we want to talk to you about our Kickstarter project that we have up and running right now. We're trying to procure a food truck. That's right. We have nice recipes so that people can try the bacon. Not only that, some of the stuff that we're doing, like we're going to have Uncle Marv's old-fashioned beef bacon donut using our hickory brown sugar. Ooh. We're going to have sandwiches incorporating all our different flavors of bacon. Lots of tasty stuff on the menu on the hot side. But we'll also have the packs of bacon for you to buy right there on the truck, as well as going to the website. I'm proud to announce that we're in our first local markets, Key Foods. Our bacon's available there. But as we're growing and spreading, you know, we do need a little help. A food truck, which we were able to purchase, it's very expensive, but to do the kind of thing we do to make bacon, we have to fabricate it. So we're asking for some help, but we're going to give something back in return.
Of course.
We have all different levels of help that you can do. So if you go to Kickstarter.com and you search for Uncle Marv's and you look in bacon, you'll see our food truck. You'll see our whole Kickstarter campaign for our food truck. We will hope that, you know, you will go and give us some support. And what we're giving back, we have all different kinds of things that if you pledge, we have where you get 10 packs of our luxurious bacon, arrive right to your house. You know, we have where you can create your own flavor. And me and Marty Marr, like some flavors can't be done because, I mean, we have over 200,000. We tried. If it's a flavor that we haven't thought of yet, we really like it, it's going to become a part of the permanent stable, and we're going to name it after you. That's right. We got, other levels where you can get your logo on our food truck. So if you're a business, if you're an individual, you want to memorialize somebody, as long as it's, you know, within like our standards of, you know, keeping it, you know, commercial, we'll put it on our truck because we appreciate your support. So please, guys, our minimum goal is $15,000. The equipment that we need for the truck, especially after the pandemic, is way out of the budget. We started this company. We started with basically $20 in a dream. Put together a team, and we've been you know, grinding, and we could really use your help with this. So, folks, please head over to Kickstarter. Look for Uncle Marv's in the bacon section, and you'll see our Kickstarter program for Uncle Marv's old-fashioned beef bacon food truck. And I look forward to your support and you know, helping us. You know, we're going to be giving out some great prizes. You know, swag bags, free bacon. So you know,
flavor's amazing.
Yeah. So come on through, guys, and help us out with this. You want to add something, Martin?
No, I mean, I think you know. Well, you said it all there, but basically, you know, we're asking for your help. Is, you know, the crowdfunding with Kickstarter is a great way to do it, and we're not just asking for money. I mean, these rewards are fantastic. I mean, you get to try our bacon for helping us out. You know, you get a little swag, and you get to see our beautiful truck on the road one day. So, you know, we look forward to your support, you know, and working with you in the future.
That's right, folks. So, you know, thank you for everything. Get some of the world's finest bacon. We make the
really
best bacon in the world. Beef bacon, baby. So, you know, come holler at your boy Uncle Marv and Marty Marr. You know, we appreciate your help with the Kickstarter. And thanks so much for your support.
Thank you.
The Keeping It Old Fashioned Show presents What Makes Marty Mad?
I'm really mad, bro.
Oh, man, I'm mad too, Marty. That drop, son. I get hyped when I hear you. I'm really mad, bro. Bro, what are you mad about today, son?
Man, I really get mad, but this one honestly really makes me mad. So, all right, this is one that really gets me angry, and that would be people that litter. I truly can't stand it whenever people throw trash out of their car windows or just throw things on the floor as they are walking. But the one that gets me the most is whenever I am out enjoying one of our world's greatest treasures, the beach. And people leave all their beer cans, cups, and all their garbage on the sand that I love so much. A trash can is literally only a few feet away. But lazy people, especially tourists, who couldn't care less about the environment, just leave all their trash. And I really take that personal, as it's not only disrespectful, but it can get washed into our oceans, and there's already enough garbage there. Plus, I live on the beach, so I'm very protective of it because it's my home, and all it takes is a little effort and awareness from everyone so we can live in a cleaner environment.
First, Martin, on behalf of all the people that don't live on the beach, all right, we're going to flip you the bird right now, son. Because you said like 5 times, I live on the beach, I live on the beach. Next time I go to the beach, I'm going to throw some trash out there.
Oh, you wouldn't do that.
No, I wouldn't do it, but I feel like saying that to you right now, right?
I love living on the beach,
all right.
man. I love it.
I used to love the beach,
It's
too,
my
when I
dream,
lived there.
it's my
but,
dream come true.
you know, some of us, you know, like living inland is a little better, you know, with climate change and
Well,
stuff.
pros and cons, and you constantly remind me that my
Right.
house is going to end up in the ocean, and then
Well, Martin,
I have to
look,
move in with
I
you.
will say this about littering. I'm not an on-purpose litterer. Once in a while, the wind might take something away, and I'm like, oh, no, you know. But, like, it's been many a mornings that I get out, I'm drinking my coffee, I'm outside my house. I'm like, yo, it's like, I'm telling you. And, you know, DJ Demise in the studio, folks. Shout out to my man.
DJ
He'll tell you
Demise.
this because he lives down here in the MIA with us down there in Miami, baby.
Yes, he does.
Listen, bro. We feel like we were in that movie, Escape from New York, bro.
Really?
Getting down here in Florida, I feel like it's okay. So I treasure everything. I don't want to dirty up anything, right?
Yeah.
So I get up, I'm up drinking my coffee. It's like December, 85 degrees. It ain't 85 degrees in Baltimore right now, let me assure you.
Nope.
But anyway, I got my coffee. This guy's driving past. He throws his McDonald's right on my lawn.
Oh.
I'm like, what the heck? Then look, bro. This ain't no row house. I mean, we got the houses that sit by themselves and stuff, you know. So, you know, being a Baltimorean I am, I grabbed this man's trash, and you know what I did with it?
Did you chase him and throw it back in the...
I hopped in my truck as fast as I could, knowing that the way my block sits, you always get caught at the light 99.9% of the time. So I stroll up, I tap on his window, he looks at me, and he's like, oh, snap. He didn't know what to do. And I was like, bro, this is your trash. You want to take this trash, so I'm going to put it on your windshield underneath your wiper, or you could take it. So he took it. I was like, bro, you want me throwing trash on your lawn like this?
Exactly.
Well, I said, bro, they don't have trash cans where you're going.
Yeah. It's just pure laziness, man. It really
I mean,
is.
it is what it is. So, I mean, I understand why it makes you upset. It makes me upset too. But on the flip side of that, Martin, there's been times where, you know, my soda explodes on me. I'm like, oh, sweet Jesus. And the can is like soda's flowing everywhere. And I throw the can, and I'm not going back to get that can, Martin. It's just that can's going to stay there, Martin. And I can be honest with the people, because it's one thing about Uncle Marv. I keep it 100, son. I'm not going to be fake.
Okay, so you're an emergency litter.
I try not to litter, but
An emergency.
once in a while, you know, it happens. It happens. But I'm not like one of those guys that like dumping on purpose. And I seen a guy once, he cleaned his whole yard up and took all that stuff and dumped it at the supermarket behind the supermarket. Like, he didn't even put it in a dumpster. The dumpster was full.
What?
Just behind the supermarket, bro. You know?
That's crazy, man.
I seen a guy, you know, throw his sandwich, trash out the window while he's on the highway. Everything's just flying out.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people. I think that's not classy. It's dirty. And not only that, I'm old enough to remember the 70s. The 70s, people littered everywhere, bro.
I believe it.
They had to have these don't littering public service announcements because, I mean, oh, my God, the Bronx was filled with trash. I go visit my cousin. I'm like, did y'all live at the dump? They was mad with me, bro. Baltimore, to like, I don't know if it's changed. I got to ask somebody, but they don't have like these green trash cans, bro. They throw that trash in plastic bags that's on the curb. The rats just go in and out.
Oh, man.
That's why they have a problem with the rat. Had to have a rat rub out. They basically had to declare war on rats in Baltimore in the 70s, bro. The rat rub out program, bro. I'm telling you. I mean, so I don't like littering. I try to refrain from doing it.
Yeah.
Understand why it makes you mad. But thanks for sharing that with us, bro.
Of course, man.
I'm pretty sure dirtball litterers make everybody else laugh. No, I know it's a lot of people listening. Yeah, littering makes me mad. And they the biggest litterers.
Yep.
Check yourself, folks, trying to be a litterer.
Just a little bit of effort, man. That's
Yes.
all.
You see a guy with a mohawk screaming at you, it's going to be Marty Marv.
It's going to be me.
Yes, he takes it serious, all right? So, you're listening to the Keeping It Old Fashioned show. Uncle Marv.
Your boy Marty Marr.
Listen to us on Sheet Real Radio, home of the kings and queens of R&B and hip-hop. We greet you. Keep it locked in. Lots of dope stuff happening. We got our man DJ Demise, engineer, DJ extraordinaire, and boxing coach. That's right, Hit us an email if you need to learn a sweet science because people have been picking on you. Maybe we can see if we get coach to you,
Oh, he's good, man.
He's running a special right now. Boxing, coaching, and a free mixtape for the first 50 callers. No, I'm just joking. People calling, light my phone up right now for that. But we'll be back, folks. All right? Keep it locked in. Welcome back to the Keeping It Old Fashioned show, Uncle Marv.
Your boy Marty Marr.
All right, we're going into our main topic today, Martin. What are we talking about today, my brother?
All right, my friends. Today we're talking about modern versus traditional food. We're also going to talk about to cook or not to cook and how food looked like before compared to today.
All right, look, before you go on, when we talk about modern and traditional food, what we're talking about is those that choose to use modern convenience type foods
Yeah.
compared to those that tend to cook everything from scratch.
Yeah.
All right? Okay, go ahead, Martin.
Okay.
What you got?
So what is the difference between traditional food and modern food? Specifically, traditional diets are characterized by a high consumption of industrially unprocessed and fresh foods, whereas modern diets are characterized by a high consumption of industrially mass-produced and ultra-processed foods. Why is modern food unhealthy? High-calorie junk foods pumped with chemical additives, over-processed or loaded with sugar, have replaced locally grown, fresh produce in today's time. Unfortunately, these unhealthy eating habits have posed several threats to your health. Modern food is quick to prepare and eat. Modern food is inexpensive as compared to traditional food. Modern food might be tastier as compared to traditional foods. It might become a habit to eat modern food over traditional food. Food marketing, why is eating traditional food better for you? What are traditional foods? Now, traditional foods are foods that were consumed throughout history before the modernization and industrialization of the food supply. These foods are not only free from additives, chemicals, and many other things we find in food today, but they were exceptionally nourishing. Though the specifics of traditional foods varied by cultures, many cultures included some variation of the following, like less calories, which is helpful for weight control, less saturated fat, better for your heart, more lean meats and fish, more iron, better for muscles and blood, more zinc, better for wound healing and fighting infection, and finally more vitamin A, better for vision and fighting disease. So that's like the scientific, comparing of modern and traditional foods.
All right, Martin. So much to unpack here, folks. Let's start off because for those of you who've been listening to the Keeping It Old Fashioned show for a while, and we'll probably be getting back to that in a couple of episodes, but, Martin's been working on his weight. It's
been tough.
We had episodes we talked about, in our wellness episode, the things that you do to eat healthy. Now, here's the thing that people don't realize. I hear all the time, Uncle Marv's been a chef for like years, Marine Corps, being a chef, those are the two major things I've done in my life, right? I can't cook, Uncle Marv. I can't cook. Cooking's hard. Cooking isn't hard.
No.
What it is, and I tell people this, right? It's like anything else in life. You have to find out what fits your lifestyle and what kind of cook you are. Some people aren't good with math, so following recipes is going to be difficult for them.
Yeah.
Right? Some people aren't great readers, so following recipes are going to be difficult for them.
Yeah.
right? Some people didn't pay attention and didn't really learn to use different foods or things that they didn't grow up with. Now, if you grew up poor, and a lot of people did in this country, most people that grew up poor have a hard time. They either know how to make everything from scratch and eat super healthy, or they're the worst eaters you've ever seen because they know how to make nothing from scratch.
Yeah.
Because if you look at like the prices in the market, like I was in the market a few weeks ago, Martin, and this lady had about $400 some in groceries in front of me.
Okay.
I had about $280, almost $300 worth. She only had a half a cart of groceries, Martin.
Half a cart of groceries. For
You know why?
$400.
You know why?
She probably brought prepackaged foods and stuff.
Everything in her cart was frozen.
Oh man.
Her kids were huge. She was huge. When I hear people say, "Oh, big bone is running my family," a lot of times, most of the time, it's not true. Poor diet's running your family.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what I mean? So you're looking at all the stuff that has sugar, salt, carbs. You got to have more chemicals in it because you need these preservatives to keep this stuff fresh because nobody wants to cook, and cooking is the simplest thing. Now, I'm going to say this, and I need everyone to hear me. 99.9% of people hearing my voice right now, watching this video, you folks have a supercomputer in your pockets. They have Google. And if you're not a Google person, they have Bing. They have all kinds of search engines that you can learn.
Yeah.
You can watch YouTube videos and just do what they do and have something tasty on the cheap.
Yeah.
Now, I swear to you, Martin, you come to visit me often, right?
I do.
We eat great here. You know why?
Yes, we do.
Because Uncle Ma fix everything from scratch.
From scratch.
I'm an avid recipe collector, you know. Now, when we say traditional foods, collard greens, string beans, kale, potatoes, onions, tomatoes, cucumbers, broccoli, broccolini, zucchini, squash, it's all very, very cheap.
Yeah, it is.
Does it require you to go to the market every couple of days because the vegetables will go bad? Yes. But it's stuff that you can cook fast, inexpensive, and more importantly, it's going to save you money going to the doctor. Because the better you eat, the less health problems you will have.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. And a lot of times you're looking and thinking, oh, I got these 8 frozen burgers, and they're not really burgers. They're chock full of soy and beef-like substances when you could just buy ground beef, buy some rolls, make it super cheap for yourself.
It's not that hard.
It isn't.
No.
Have some confidence in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the Food Network, get out your comfort zone. Yeah. But everyone can learn. Now, Uncle Ma is going to give you a hack. If you really think you're that terrible of a cook, here's some tips. When you go to the supermarket, go in the rice section. They have these pouches of already done rice. Brown rice if you're trying to be healthy.
Oh, yeah.
Quinoa if you're trying to be healthy. Yeah. They got butter and ghee.
Pilaf,
they got basmati. Yeah. But you can get the rice already done. Check. Now, if you don't like to cook and you want to be healthy, the easiest thing to make is a roasted chicken. Mm-hmm. You get a pan, you get the whole chicken, you go ahead, either use some Lowry's, and you sprinkle enough, not too much, just enough, all over the way you can see it, or use just salt and pepper. Put a half a cup of water in that pan, put the oven on 350, and shove it in there for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. When it's golden brown, you take it out. Chicken's done. You already got your rice. Get yourself some canned vegetables and call it a day. Yep. Inexpensive. You can cook for 4 people for less than $12, bro.
Yeah.
It's lots of things that you could do. So, Google it. How to cook inexpensive meals.
There's a lot of options.
Right. So, all the things we put in our bodies, the GMOs, and you want to tell people what the GMO is.
Genetically modified just basically genetic
Organism.
Organism. Okay.
That's what it stands for. Basically, we're one of only a few countries that sells those things.
Yeah, we are.
Our McDonald's, you could take that burger, you could put it on the shelf forever. It will never, ever, ever mold.
That's not good.
Excuse me. Yes, it isn't good. Now, other countries that have GMO, yeah, that bun is going to mold in 3 days. You know why?
Because it's natural.
Because
real.
it's natural.
Yeah.
It's real food.
It's what's supposed to happen.
Real food molds, folks.
Yeah.
Real food goes bad. If the food is not molding and going bad, then you're going to have preservatives. You know what I'm saying? It's lots of things that we do in our day-to-day lives, lots of products we buy out of convenience that we know aren't good for us.
Yeah.
Us being involved in the baking business, for those of you who don't know, I'm the founder, CEO of Uncle Marvs Old Fashioned Beef Baking Company. Martin Nicoletti here is the chief bacon maker. We make our bacon old school way.
Like they used to in the 1800s.
Like they used to. A lot of people, there's a lot of salt, a lot of this. A lot of other things have more salt in it. Turkey bacon is supposed to be a healthy option. It isn't. It has like 8 times more salt than pork bacon has.
Think about
which
that.
is the worst option for
Think
you.
about that.
It's lots of things that, we can do to do better. Oh, it's so expensive. I get the cheapest. You're getting the cheapest is probably because it isn't real. You can go out and buy a gold chain right now for $10. I
in
trust
Miami.
you
In
that
Miami, you can.
that cheaper gold chain is the best gold chain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So consider that with your food. Like you're gonna pay for real food, but it's gonna go further.
Yeah.
You're gonna be more satisfied. You're gonna be healthier.
Your body will thank you for sure.
Yes. So that's pretty much what we want to talk about when we talk about modern foods, versus traditional. People don't make big pots of beans anymore. They exclusively buy packaged beans. It's not hard to make. It's cheap. Beans are cheap. You can get a bag of beans to make a pot for less than $2.
Yep.
They
go a long way.
It's lots of things we can do to make our money go further, to live healthier. And nothing beats from scratch. You can go to the supermarket and get the best lasagna frozen. It's not going to taste better than my lasagna, right? It's the difference with the bacon that we make, Martin. We make it from scratch. We actually smoke it. We're not using liquid smoke.
It's a huge difference.
We use all the dry ingredients are kosher and organic, and you taste it. It tastes better, looks better, smells better. So do yourself a favor, folks. Start trying to. You ain't got to overcomplicate it. Get some greens, salad dressing, have a salad. When you go to grill some meat, grill some fish. Real simple vegetables, and it's cheap to do. We've gotten lazy as a society. And I think that's all I have to say about that. You got something you want to add?
No, I completely agree with you. If you're not good at cooking, all of us started from somewhere. You start to learn more recipes, you get better at it, and some of you might find that you truly enjoy it. I love cooking. It's one of my passions. And that's one thing that Marvin and I had in common, while we became friends. And, I really strongly recommend that, people that, especially if you find yourself going to a lot of those fast food places constantly, take a little bit of time and cook yourself and your family a meal.
And trust me, some of the simplest recipes, like making tomato soup from scratch, is so easy and so rewarding.
Delicious with a grilled
cheese. And if you want to
sandwich.
make it, I don't care where you live in the United States, you can grow tomatoes. You can grow tomatoes out of an apartment on a windowsill.
You can.
If you grow your own tomatoes and make tomato soup, then make yourself a gangster grilled cheese sandwich. Now listen, folks, public service announcements. When Uncle Marv says cheese, he's not talking about American cheese. I'm always talking about cheese that is artisanal, that you need to have cultures and you have to make it, But make yourself a grilled cheese sandwich with that soup that you make from scratch, bro. Nothing better.
Nothing.
So listen, guys, we thank you for joining us today to talk about modern convenience foods versus making it yourself and, having fresher ingredients and saving some money. You know what I mean? And we hope that you enjoy the segment. We hope that you apply it to your lives, you know? I mean, they got dough at most supermarkets. You could buy the dough already made. Make your own pizzas.
Yeah. Not
You
that
know,
hard.
not hard at all, folks. Just, you got Google in your pocket. Do a little research. You know, learn how to make it happen. But we appreciate you spending the time with us. We'd like to thank, DJ Demise, DJ Scooby, Locker Room ENT, these are the guys that when you listen to the mixes, they keep it funky for you. We appreciate them. Our audio, visual, you see our videos, you listening to our podcast, they keep it 100 for us,
They make us look good.
That's right. We like to, give a shout out, appreciate what they do, you know what I'm saying? We like to appreciate you. We got our Kickstarter going. Go to Kickstarter.com and look for Uncle Marvs in the bacon section and help support our food truck. We're trying to get a food truck right now so we can spread the gospel of beef bacon to the peoples, all right? We want to have beef bacon everywhere. Me and Marty Mar here, we came up with an outstanding menu so that you can try the hot, the bacon cooked on some dishes. But then you can buy the packs to take home with you, whatever the truck may go. We're going to be going all across the United States with this truck, folks. But we need something specific for our smoking, and it's going to be expensive. So we asking for some help. We give them some rewards out, though. We will get out some bacon, everything. Yeah. So, check out Instagram, our social media out, our YouTube out for more info. I appreciate everybody that has supported already. We appreciate your support. We're going to give the folks out at She Real Radio a shout out. She Real Radio, home of the kings and queens of R&B and hip hop. We want to thank everybody that downloads our podcast at all the different streaming places you download podcasts from. And, me and Marty Mar and all the family, Uncle Mar's Old Fashioned Beef Bacon, the Keeping It Old Fashioned show. Hope that you guys have been having a great holiday season. And you stay safe, and you keep it 100. So until next time, folks, it's Uncle Marv.
Your boy Marty Marr.
And we keeping it old-fashioned. See you next time.
Peace.
Locker Room ENT.